Greetings, Earthlings. Welcome to another super fragicalistic espialidocious episode of Urban Nerd Weekly. Today is Tuesday, May the 14th, and it's episode 22 of season 2. Thanks for joining, you guys. On today's Nerd News Update, we got news about rapper NBA Youngboy, a former Power Ranger, and a YouTuber by the name of James Charles. Today's digital download, we got a couple moves and a couple of video games to hit you guys with, and today's topic is all about Tim Conway, the actor that played NERDacle Boy. So tune in, nerd out, to today's episode of Urban Nerd Weekly.
Hey, it's your boy Spaceship, man. I got a new podcast out I want y'all to subscribe to, bruh. It's called Urban Nerd Weekly, available on iTunes, SoundCloud, and Google Play Music. My
back up in this shit. I just snacks and cups of beats. I'm about to hit the stick, so go and follow me on Twitch. Now watch me crank that herb. Now watch me crank that herb. Watch me crank that herb. Now watch me crank that herb.
Welcome back. Welcome to another episode of Urban Nerd Weekly, you guys. I'm so glad you guys decided to join in. Today is Tuesday, like I said, so it's the first episode of the week, and I'm excited. I'm pumped. It's been a great and sad weekend. First off, happy Mother's Day. Happy belated Mother's Day to all of my lady nerds out there who have kids. Mother's Day is a very, very, very near and dear holiday to my heart because I have two mommies. I have two, like, my mom isn't gay. Like, I would be totally cool with my mom if she was gay, but my mom's not gay. I have two moms because, my dad met my mom, and then they made me, and then they split up, and then my dad got, married and in a relationship with another lady, and that lady eventually became one of my favorite ladies in the world. And even though they just got married like a couple of years ago, she has been my stepmom in my heart since I was however old I was the first time she fed me blueberry muffins. I love my mommy. I love my stepmom. I love both of you guys. So if you guys happen to tune in to this episode of Urban Nerd Weekly, happy Mother's Day to you, even though I've already did all the, gave you cards and got the Mother's Days. Happy to see you guys out the way already. I love my moms, both of my moms, and I love both of my grandmoms. I'm a grandma's boy. Everybody, who's been following me for a minute knows that I'm a huge grandma's boy. And I heart grandma. I gotta go. I didn't get to go see them for Mother's Day because I was working. But, I hopefully will be able to make up for that this week. So once again, and to all my lady nerds out there, my sister, happy Mother's Day to you as well. My sister is an amazing mother of my 4 nephews and 1 niece. Wait, hold up, let me recount. I'm sorry, 3 nephews and 1 niece. It's like 5 kids at her house a lot of the times. And I be forgetting them other kids ain't her sometimes. So you gotta excuse that miscount. I love all of my nephews and niece. I just miscounted how many of them it was at first. Excuse me if you heard that coffee slurp. I didn't mean to make that too loud. But, yeah, so happy Mother's Day. And like I said, to all my lady nerds out there and my non-nerd ladies who have children, the mom struggle is a struggle. Whether you know what I'm saying, are a single mom or you're a part of a healthy relationship or an unhealthy relationship, all of those make moms. Either way, being a mom is difficult. So happy Mother's Day to you all. I hope you guys had a great celebration on Sunday with your kids, or tried to, or could, if you had to work like me, then extra salute to you, because that means you had to work all day and miss your babies on Mother's Day. So happy Mom's Day to you. Take a little second out right quick to remind you guys to subscribe, follow me on social media. I just completely had a brain fart there. As Kitty would say, spaceship.exe has stopped responding today. So, shout out to Miss Kitty. She will be, hopefully either on next episode or the episode after that. She definitely gave us last week's question of the day, which I will be, when I get to that during the show, like I normally do. But, she is also a mommy, so happy Mother's Day to her as well. And you guys send happy Mother's Day kudos to her. So please follow her on social media at Spacewaz here, SPAYCEWZHERE on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram, all spelt the same. all the same way, no spaces, all that good stuff. And not to mention, we also now have the Urban Nerd Weekly social media pages, so you can follow Urban Nerd Weekly on both Instagram and Facebook. And if you guys want me to, I can make a Twitter page for it. But I mean, most of the time, I just tweet you guys the episodes from my Twitter page. So, you know, just let me know. But follow those two pages, Instagram and Facebook, Urban Nerd Weekly, all one word, all spelled just like it is in the show right now. So moving on to today's nerd news update. First off, it's been a crazy weekend because I haven't got a full confirmation on this whole story yet. Because all the people that are saying it happened is kind of like unofficial, like, sources. So I'm gonna skip that first. That the first thing I was gonna talk about was Emil Yomo being shot. But first thing I'm gonna get into is a former Power Ranger was found dead in his New Zealand home. Now, I don't know if you guys, you know, I'm a huge Power Rangers fan. However, I'm 28 years old, so it's been quite a few seasons since I've been able to tune in like I would have liked to. However, during season 11 of Power Rangers Ninja Storm, there's a young fella by the name of Pua Maxiva, who played Shane Clark, the Red Ranger on Power Rangers Ninja Storm. Now, he was found dead in his place over the weekend, and you know what I'm saying, we here at Urban Nerd Weekly, I've been trying to cite my references more, especially since, you know, we got, you know, new folks on the team that's been urging me to make sure I cite all my resources. I don't be meaning to, like, you know, leave out these sources or make it seem like I got some kind of special source. I'm on therap.com. And they're the ones who I've seen this story on multiple sources, but I chose to read it from therap.com because it seems to be the most comprehensive, take on this thing. Magasiva starred in the kids action series Power Rangers in season 11. That was season 11. I never know the number season it is for kid shows because, you know, most of them last like a bunch of generations. So like after like season 3, it's like, what the fuck is going on anymore? But anyway, Pua Magasiva, star of Shortland Street, that was another show that he was on, was found dead in Wellington, New Zealand on Saturday at the age of 38. Magasiva got his start in acting through Power Rangers, playing Red Ranger Shane Clark in the kids series 11th season in 2003. Magasiva joined the show after Disney, which acquired Power Rangers from Saban, moved production of the series to New Zealand to keep costs down. That's probably why a lot of people stopped fucking with Power Rangers, because it wasn't made by the same people anymore. I didn't realize that. But you know what? Now that they say Disney owns it, it makes so much sense. Cause Disney be cheap as fuck with they kid shows, man. They be selling these little kids crack, brothers, and like y'all don't know, they produce most of these shows on like the same 3 sets, bro. Like Disney be big ball capping off y'all ass. However, he was, like I said, found in the New Zealand home. The same year, Magasiva became known in New Zealand on the soap opera Shortland Street, playing comic relief nurse Vinnie Cruz. Magasiva played the role from 2003 to 2006, later returning to the show in 2011. Magasiva also had a career in radio, co-hosting the morning show on Kiwi Station Flavor. He left the show in 2018. Once the police told the New Zealand Herald that they received reports of Magasiva's death at an address in the city's central business district. No suspicious circumstances were found at the scene, and the cause of death has yet to be reported by the coroner. At this incredibly difficult time, and our thoughts, prayers, and condolences go to Pua's family, friends, and his many colleagues, read a statement from media organization NZME. For us at NZME, Pua was a loved member of our radio team at Flavor. We've been in touch with Pua's former workmates and are offering them support. Magasiva's Power Rangers co-stars took to Instagram to express their condolences to post their pictures with him on the set of Power Rangers Ninja Storm from 16 years ago. My heart aches for our beloved Pua, wrote Glenn McMillan. Always fun, full of energy, lifted up those around him. I'll always remember you this way. Rest easy, brother. Well, It's becoming fucked up, right? Because it seems like every other episode, I'm fucking rest in peace in motherfuckers and shit. like Iron Man, like fucking Nipsey Hussle died, right? And then then the guy who was playing SpongeBob, he just died. And then fucking Iron Man dies. Like, bruh, I'm saying rest in peace like every other episode now. And then this episode ain't no different. Because I'm reporting on this death. But today's topic is Tim Conway. Tim Conway is a legendary comedian and an actor who also happens to be for our generation the guy that played Barnacle Boy. However, as a comedian, I've definitely heard his name before. Seen his old work because I used to love old cartoon shows. Old TV shows from back in the day. But we're going to get into that in today's topic. I'm getting ahead of myself. Like I said, that was Poi Magasiva, the former Red Ranger of Power Ranger Ninja Storm. Was found dead in his New Zealand home. And that was sad. Like, I'm not being sarcastic. Like, that was legit sad, bro. Like, even though I wasn't like totally into that season of Power Rangers is always gonna be one of those shows that holds me like in my heart. It was my 3 shows in the morning as a kid, man. Like, I don't know if I've ever told you guys about this, but there were 3 shows for me when I was a kid. When I woke up in the morning, my grandma had the TV already set to the channel. She would wake me up in enough time to wash my face, brush my teeth, and then she'd make my breakfast while the first show was on. And while she was getting ready for work, I could watch the other 2 shows. And as soon as that last one went off, we was out the door. And those 3 shows are in this order. First, Bobby. Oh, wait, they're not. It was only 2 shows in the morning. I just thought about it because 3 shows, that would have been an hour and a half. There was no fucking way I had that. No, that wasn't. Okay, so these 2 were in the morning, and the third show is what the fuck I had to be watching when I came home in the afternoon. So, in the morning, woke up, brush teeth, wash face, cold out your eyes, gonna make a breakfast, boom, bitch, Bobby's World. Alright, foul. First, Bobby's World. Second, Bobby's World goes off, finishing up breakfast, boom, bitch, Power Rangers. Gots to come on next, watch the whole episode. Soon as Power Rangers go off, out the door. When I get home, I expect to be watching Barney. And if I can find a remote, figure out how to catch the Power Rangers reruns. Because that's OG shit. If you could figure out how to catch Power Rangers reruns as a little kid, you was on some fucking boss level type shit. I'm going to give you a golf clap right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, on some real nigga shit. But those are my 3 shows. And so Power Rangers always going to have that little spot in my heart with me, you know. And as somebody who at that time thought that it would be totally possible to grow up and become the Red Ranger, it saddens me for us to lose another Red Ranger. So, you know, rest in peace to Poi. Rest in peace to one of the Red Rangers. And hopefully the Power Rangers sequel will be coming out at the end of this year or next year. I didn't mean to tie that in, but it just got me kind of excited about Power Rangers again because that movie was awesome. It was like way better than almost every other movie that was supposed to be like a remake of an origin tale. Like, I'm almost afraid to say this, but I feel like they'll do it before DC does. I feel like Marvel should just fucking buy Power Rangers, right? Just fucking buy them, right? And then y'all just make the rest of the Power Rangers shit after, you know, like, because first of all, the Power Rangers movie totally looked like it was a Marvel movie. Like, it didn't look shit like Ninja Turtles, and Michael Bay did Power Rangers, right? Michael Bay did Power Rangers, right? If someone wants to fact check me, go ahead and fact check me. I don't give a shit. Anyway, that was the first piece of nerd news update. Second piece is about rapper NBA Youngboy. Now, it's been reported that over the weekend, rapper NBA Youngboy, and NBA stands for Never Broke Again. I know a lot of y'all want to do the whole, is he in the NBA? No. But over the weekend, apparently, right before the Rolling Loud Festival in Miami, he was, okay, now I'm getting a little bit more info. All right, now we on pitchfork.com. Forgot to cite my sites. Got my sources cited, bitches. We on pitchfork.com now. Shots fired at NBA Youngboy in Miami before Rolling Loud. Police did confirm the rapper was reportedly unharmed, but one person was killed in the shooting. Louisiana rapper NBA YoungBoy was targeted in a shooting outside Trump International Beach Resort in Sunny Isles Beach, Florida. Police confirmed to the Associated Press that the incident occurred in the Miami-Dade County town before YoungBoy performed at Miami's Rolling Loud Festival. Kaylin Marie Long, YoungBoy's 19-year-old girlfriend, was wounded in the incident, and a 5-year-old boy was grazed by a bullet. Oh, that's her name? Oh, yeah, they need to keep her off the gram. That bitch talks too much. And, I don't say that shit a lot, but But a 5-year-old boy was grazed by a bullet. People accompanying YoungBoy, who police said were legally armed, returned fire, and the shooting left 43-year-old Muhammad Girardi dead. Police say because the shooting was in self-defense, nobody from YoungBoy's party was charged. Pitchfork has reached out to NBA YoungBoy's representative for more information, and Rolling Loud has made headlines this weekend when false reports of an active shooter reportedly caused a stampede and subsequent injuries. Lil Wayne called off his set at the festival after refusing to be checked by security. Kodak Black was arrested on his way to perform at the festival. I see. It was funny because DJ Academics, and if you don't know who Academics is, you really should listen to season 1 of Urban Nerd Weekly, because I did a whole thing about DJ Academics. It's both a salute to him and his grind, and to call him out for being the nerd he doesn't think that he should just acknowledge that he fucking is. But anyway, he tweeted out over the weekend, maybe Lil Wayne knew what was good for him. Maybe he was on to something. And I was like, what the fuck is he talking about? But now I'm realizing he was talking about the fact that Lil Wayne didn't want to get security checked at motherfucking the Rolling Loud Festival. And then Kodak Black got arrested at the security check on the Rolling Loud Festival, probably thinking that, the police, like the real police, weren't going to be like involved in shit. I don't know. I'm not a rapper. I don't know how to think. But anyway, that's the news on that. So you know what? I'm going to go ahead and get into today's digital download, because this last nerd news update might as well just be the second topic of today. So I'm going to go ahead and get into today's digital download, which is, first off, in the video game section, A Plague Tale of Innocence is available today, and so is Rage 2 available today on PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and PC. So go ahead and download or go cop that if you want to play that. Feel me on that. As far as movies go, we got a Wednesday movie that we hardly ever have those, you know what I mean? But every now and then we catch a Wednesday movie coming out. It's probably like on Netflix or some shit like that. But all in all, today's movie and today's digital download is Shaun the Sheep movie, aka Farmageddon. And that comes out tomorrow. So you guys go ahead and look that up and see where it is. I'm willing to bet it's like a Netflix movie, because Netflix likes to drop movies on Wednesdays and shit. And yeah, that seems like really weird as fuck. Alright, I'd like to take this second to remind you guys to please check out the website, spacewashere.com. It has all the updates on me, myself personally, my projects I got coming out outside of Urban Nerd Weekly. I got the parody tape coming up, but all my trap parodies in it called Snacking Off. I know you guys been hearing me yammer on and on about that forever. I promise you guys I'm bringing it, I'm telling you, I'm bringing this shit so hard this time, for real, you guys. It's gonna be motherfucking, well, actually, it's gonna be hilariously funny. So yeah, that's coming out. YouTube page getting ready to be launched very, very soon. I can't give you guys a date yet, because I gotta get a bunch of other shit lined up as far as, paperwork and the money goes. So I'm trying to do this. I'm trying to go pro, be official, legit with it. You feel me? So make sure you guys hit me on spacewashere.com to get all the info about this stuff. If you don't want to follow me on the social networks and you don't want to subscribe to the show and all that bullshit, hey man, just subscribe to the mailing list on my website. You will get a condensed version of all of the things that I have going on the internet, so you don't have to scour. Because I know some of you guys are like me. Some of you guys have really demanding jobs and you barely have time to do anything. So if you want the most consolidated way to fuck with me, man, just hit the website, join the mailing list, and I promise I will get back on top of my shit on updating the site. I know I've been slacking lately, and I've been trying to, there's been a lot going on, man. You're getting older and shit. You just got more. It's like life is a juggling act, and the older you get, the more shit you gotta keep fucking juggling. And like 2 years ago when I started this show, Urban Nerd Weekly was like one of 3 things maybe I had to juggle, and now it's like one of like 7, and then sometimes it's like 8, and then sometimes I have a good week when it's on like one of 6 things, but still, like, so much shit going on. But trust me, guys, trust me. I'm fucking with y'all, man. Trust me, I got a bunch of dope ass content coming, so just make sure you keep fucking with your boy. Last week's question of the day: what is your state's dumbest law? Now I'm gonna just let that question float. I'm gonna go ahead and let that question float some more, because that's Miss Kitty's question, like I said, and I want as many responses as I can get by the time that she comes back to the show again. So I'm just gonna re-ask it again. What is your state's dumbest law? Now, personally, I know what I think my state's dumbest law is, and it's a couple of them. First of all, I live in Georgia, and technically, it's still illegal to fuck doggy style in Georgia, right? Yeah, still illegal to fuck somebody from behind in Georgia. That shit's crazy, right? Also, you can't like walk down like the right side of the street with an ice cream cone in your left back pocket on a Sunday afternoon. Like, that law is still on the books in Georgia. Fucking retarded shit, you guys. Alright? Now, if you live in Georgia, like me, and you know of other dumbass laws, feel free to let me know what those are. You can hit me up. You can hit the show up, actually, on Urban Nerd Weekly, on the Urban Nerd Weekly's Facebook page, or the Urban Nerd Weekly Instagram page, like I was telling you guys earlier. We respond on that pretty swiftly, I've come to notice, because now whenever something comes in there, all of us at the Urban Nerd Weekly team kind of just get that, oh, they're talking directly about the show. They're not trying to hit any one of us up individually to work on some shit or anything like that. So, do that shit, man. So on to today's topic. Now, first, I wanted to just go ahead and pull this from the Nerd News Update and one of today's topics, because as a content creative, I've never seen someone commit harikari to their own career so audaciously. Okay, so I previously wasn't aware of this fella, but there is a YouTuber by the name of James Charles who apparently does like makeup shit. Like, I think is he one of them people that does makeup tutorials? I don't know. I think that's what he does. One of my friends does makeup, and I've been trying to get her to do makeup tutorials for YouTube because she's really talented and shit. But life is, like I said, in the way all the time. So she has been following this story for me and letting me know all the deets about it. And apparently this guy, James Charles, he does makeup tutorials. He talks makeup and, just that's his whole thing on his YouTube channel is makeup. And he's a fella that likes the fellas. Yes, he is a homosexual. Which no one, I don't think, has a problem with. No one is bashing him for being gay or anything like that, which kind of leads on to how we got to where he landed at this weekend. Now, first and foremost, I want to say I have been an active internet user since like 2002, and I've been a pretty regular content creator since like about 2006 and 2007. Never in my entire internet cruising life have I ever seen someone shit on themselves in the mouth so hard. Like, okay, so basically the condensed version of this shit is this guy, James Charles, does the makeup shit, right? And he's got a friend who also has a YouTube channel named Tati, right? I think her name is Tati Westbrook. And they're supposed to be like real cool. They like besties and shit. And she has like her own like line of makeup, I believe. And he went online and gave like this huge endorsement of her rival company's makeup line. Like, dude, that's your best friend. And you're gonna... It's like watching a Facebook movie. It's like, I was your only friend. That scene to me is still one of the coldest fucking scenes in the whole movie. When he looked at him, and he was just looking at him, and he just like, dude, I was your only friend. How could you? Like, I felt that shit deep in my heart. If ever there was gonna be a moment in the social network that was gonna make me deep down sad, it was gonna be the moment where he was like, I was your only friend. And that's how this shit is. Like, he just, like, his friend Tati has her own makeup line, and he goes and endorses the competitions. apparently he's a social climber. Like he's one of those guys that pretends to be cool. Like he forms fake friendships with people just to advance his own career, his own personal self-interest, which, that's just a personal thing that I don't like. I don't think that should be, I personally think it should be the reason that, you lose everything you have, but I'm old enough to understand that's just not how the world works, except in this fucking occasion. Sorry about all the slurps, guys. I'm recording this at the time where I normally drink my coffee because I'm like on the go today. But yeah, so, and not only that, but I've also come to find out that because at the point that all of these things happened, he had 16 million subscribers on YouTube, right? Big number, big bucks. Even if only half your subscribers watch most of your videos, you're still rolling in motherfucking cash, right? So, not to mention your so high profile, you get paid for endorsing other people's products. However, you are not loyal. You are not loyal. These hoes out here ain't loyal. Because you out here endorsing the competition, acting fake with your best friend, out here trying to trick straight niggas into fucking you by dressing like a trans woman, which you're not. You are a gay man. That is not the same thing as a man that identifies as a woman. You're a guy that likes guys, and you're pretending to be that to sleep with straight guys. Well, you're not pretending to be that to sleep with straight guys. Apparently, the story goes, sometimes he would dress up as a woman, sometimes he wouldn't. Either way, they would prey on single, like I don't know if they were single or not, but they were playing on quote unquote straight men. Well, he was, and basically using his celebrity to try to get those kind of sexual favors from him. Basically, like, he's doing the same shit that a lot of guys do to girls when they get on. Like, if you fuck, I can make you a star or some shit like that. And these poor fellas out here want this shit so bad. They done fuck this man, and now they probably confused about all kinds of their sexuality and shit. It's all kinds of fucked up. But then on top of all of that, you wait until it's too late to try to apologize to your friend. So then what happens is you tell your side of the story, and it turns out, first off, your side of the story was an apology video that seemed fake as shit. Like, I did get to see the video. The emotion was all forced. None of it was real. And, he's one of those gay guys that, he's the reason that people have fucked up stereotypes about gay dudes. Like, he talks through his nose for no fucking reason and shit. Like, just unnecessary faggotry. And I say that when I'm not saying that, I'm like, just because I have gay friends, I can say that. But as a dude, I can tell you I'm cool enough with the community to know the difference between a gay guy and a faggot. And that nigga's a faggot. And he's a disloyal friend. So, and he's fake as shit. A social climber. Like, you could tell all of these things. I'm not just having these personal things because me and this guy had some interaction. Like, I've been following this story with my friend all weekend, and I've come to these conclusions after many a YouTube video being watched. So he puts out the video with the fake apology, halfway admitting shit. And then she puts out the video telling the whole fucking story like, deuces, bitch. And, so here's the thing. He had 16 million subscribers, right? Okay, the video he did, the apology video he did, when I saw it, it had exactly 15 million views. And at the time that I saw that, he was having the most rapid decline. And it's still going on. Like, right now, as you're listening to this episode, you can search James Charles on YouTube and go to his YouTube page, and literally just every time you refresh the page, fucking the subscriber count is dropping by like the hundreds and the thousands. Like, the first time I found out who this man was, he had 15 million subscribers. So he had already lost 1.5 million subscribers in the 24 hours between the shit I just told you happening And me finding out who the hell he was in the first place, he had already lost 1.6 million YouTube subscribers. And then we go on the page, me and my friend, we just sitting there laughing our heads off, just refreshing the page and refreshing the page. Like, it's going down like by the hundreds and then like by the thousands. At the point that we were on the phone for 20 minutes, he had lost 30,000 YouTube subscribers. This nigga gotta be at the house pulling his fucking hair out right now. He's gotta be losing his shit, okay? He got to be losing his motherfucking mind watching these numbers drop. And right now, the last time I looked, he was at like, at the bare, I think he was at the crossing point between 14 million and 13, like he was about to be, like he was just above 14 million. Still losing followers. He's lost 2.5 to 3 million followers in like the last like 2 or 3 days. Shit is sad. Shouta put the video out just exposing him for all of what the fuck he's really been doing. And yeah, and not only has his subscriber count been dropping, but her subscriber count has been skyrocketing. She's gained like fucking like 4 or 5 million YouTube subscribers in this amount of time period. So it's almost like a perfect little suction. Like she just stuck a straw in his subscriber count, sucked him right on out. And it's like they're all just jumping ship. They're leaving his page and going to her page. Like, I'm not in the whole makeup tutorial shit. I will say I'm into the whole content creation shit and YouTube shit. And that right there, that's something you don't do, homie. You don't cross day ones. But I guess, maybe he didn't know that. Maybe he didn't know what it was like, to be a loyal person. So, rest in peace to James Charles's career, because he's about to be the and I saw a meme that says this, but it's totally true. Like, it was a hand passing a baton from one hand to another, and that's all that was in the picture. And someone put Logan Paul's name on one hand, and the baton read most hated YouTuber, and the baton was being passed to James Charles. So if James Charles does still have a career on YouTube, it'll be basically him playing off the fact that he's now one of the most hated YouTubers. And I want you guys to understand, YouTube's been through a lot of motherfuckers. Like, Soulja Boy owned that shit for like 3 years, and he managed to still never be as hated as nowhere near as bad as these two motherfuckers. Justin Bieber was the king of YouTube for a little while. He pissed in a mop bucket and y'all niggas wasn't that mad. But this shit right here, this shit. Oh yeah, you tell that's some real nigga shit. Niggas mad about this shit for real. So rest in peace to James Charles' career. Now before I get up out of here, you guys, I definitely want to mention the passing and pay a little homage to actor and comedian Tim Conway. Tim Conway, for people that most of the people my age, the fastest way I could get you to understand who he is to say Barnacle Boy from SpongeBob. And SpongeBob is so fucked up because SpongeBob just turned 20 like a week ago, right? Like, yeah, exactly 2 weeks ago, SpongeBob turned 20 years old, and the guy that played one of his superhero heroes has passed. So yeah, man, like as a comedian, I've definitely been familiar with Tim Conway, as who he is. The books by Tim Conway include What's So Funny, My Hilarious Life, You Slept Where Last Night, Elliot Safe at Home, and others. Like, I'm going through this little thing right here to just give him, like, dropping random facts, but he was Barnacle Boy. He was on a couple of other shows and shit. He was in a movie including, his movies include Dorf on Golf, The Private Eyes, Apple Dumpling Gang, and others. His sons include Corey Conway, Jamie Conway, and Tim Conway Jr., and others. Here are a few notable moments from Tim Conway's life. Funny man Tim Conway was born on December 15th, 1933 in Willoughby, Ohio. He was a fraternity man at Bowling Green State University and served in the Army and started his career in 1962. Tim was snagged to play Ensign Charles Parker on the popular wartime sitcom McHale's Navy, which lasted 6 seasons and sailed Tim to television stardom. In 1970, the Tim Conway Show paired Conway with Joe Flynn of McHale's Navy in a sitcom as owner-pilots of a one-plane a Beechcraft Model 18 named Lucky Linda. Airplane operated. Conway's own television show was short-lived. There was a couple of good movie roles, such as Conway's Amos and Disney's The Apple Dumpling Gang in 1975. The Tim Conway Show remained on air for a year after it debuted in 1980, although it was dismissed in one review as the Carol Barnett Show without Carol Barnett, which, you know, it kind of was. But I'm not gonna go all the way into that. Carol Barnett, yet another legendary comedian. It's kind of who most people would say, you know, he was kind of the male version of her, because she was definitely fucking bigger, and not to mention he co-starred on her show. But however, those are just a few of the you know what I'm saying, the roles that he played. Like I said, he played Barnacle Boy in SpongeBob SquarePants TV show. He was in the Steve Allen Show. Like I said, McHale's Army. He was part of one of the most he was part of one of the most infamous network TV programming catastrophes ever, which was Turned On, a countercultural sketch comedy show on ABC, which derided as a ripoff of NBC's Rowan and Martin's Laugh-In. Ironically, Turned On was created and directed by Laugh-In's creator George Schlatter. Even though Conway was listed only as a guest star on the pilot, which ABC broadcast on February 5th, 1969, it was the only episode that ever aired. So, that's proof that, you know, not everything, you know, everybody touches turns to gold. But Tim Conway was a hilarious actor, and I definitely say there is no other person that could have made Barnacle Boy as funny as he did. Oh yeah, this is one of the movies I saw, The $1 Billion Hobo from 1977. Fucking hilarious film. If you ever get a chance, catch that shit. And he was also, this was the one I was waiting on. He also, because I knew he was in this fucking movie, I just can't remember which one it was. But in Air Bud Golden Receiver, if anybody was, you know, and all the 90s kids remember the Air Bud movies, right? In Air Bud Golden Receiver, the one from 98, he played Fred Davis, the main announcer for the Timberwolves' final game, with Martin as his co-announcer, Phil Field. He was Horman Dooley in the 1996 film, Dear God. So, rest in peace to Tim Conway, rest in peace to James Charles's career, and rest in peace to the former Red Ranger, I didn't mean to butcher his name, but it's 3 letters and they don't go together all the way. But rest in peace to the former Red Ranger from Power Rangers Ninja Storm. I asked you guys earlier, I'll rephrase it again. What is your state's dumbest law? I'm going to get to the country's dumbest law soon, but we want to do the state's dumbest law first. So, what is your state's dumbest law? Make sure you guys subscribe to the show on SoundCloud, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, Stitcher, and more. Coming soon to Spotify and iHeartRadio. Guys, my name is Space. Actually, my name is Space was here. See, because my name is really just Space, but see, I was here, but now I'm